My name is Gary Spiker. I'm the General Manager at the Timms Toyota Center here in Prescott Valley. I was asked 3 years ago to be the General Manager to help turn the building around from about $1 million deficit. We are now in the black. Things are going well. And I have been asked to give a video tour of the facility. So let's go. The building's approximately about 135,000 square feet. And this is our loading dock area, and this is where we bring in all the supplies and events to handle whatever we're doing at the building. Could be a circus, could be a rodeo, could be the professional bull riding, could be a changeover for basketball, could be wrestling, any of those things. All the supplies go in and out of here. And then actually, I'm going to take you over this way because we have a storage area over here. This is the storage area, and as you can see, it's not real big, but behind me, you'll see some of the materials that we use, because you know we have hockey 33 games a year. Now, other than those 33 games at hockey, they come in and practice. So there's a day or two of practice before hockey games. The other teams come into town, they practice. We also have open skating that we do here, where people come in and rent skates and use our facilities in the 6 months that we have ice in the facility. During that time, we also have a contract with the State Athletic Association that we do all their finals. So we do the finals for state high school for cheerleading, which is called Spirit Line, volleyball, basketball, and wrestling. Behind me, you can see one of the basketball stands that we use. We actually borrow them from NAU, but this is one of ours. But we have to bring the basketball stands in. We might have a hockey game, and then after the hockey game, we would put this wood on the floor. We cover the ice with all that wood. And actually last night it was covered. Last night we had an event with 750 people here for a dinner to raise some money for pregnancy advocacy. So, and we raised last night a lot of money, over $100,000 last night. Event ended about 11 o'clock. We took all the boards off so that we're ready for hockey today. What you're looking at right now is a hockey game from the first couple of years, and of course tonight we hope tonight at the opening we're about that full, but it shows a full hockey rink. Shows our building to the side. As you're panning around, you'll see my office. Actually, in the background, there's some recent pictures from the professional bull riding on the wall, and that was kind of exciting. There are events where we've had from singers in the building to monster trucks to ZZ Top to, of course, our hockey and Willie Nelson, and this was a real fun time with Merle Haggard and Ray Price. And I have their guitars out here. As you step out here, you can see Willie and Merle Haggard, and there's their guitar, and we sign some of these, and they sign them for us and give them away at events. There's other guitars right here. So we have Kenny Rogers. We have Clint Black over on this side. He was here, and there's one of his guitars. Looking over to this direction, they've been here every year, and they'll be back. The Globetrotters love coming here. So we have a good time with them in town. Again, they come in the winter. We have to cover the ice. You'll see in one of our salespeople assigned from the PBR when we did that. And we're doing 2 of those this year instead of 1. That'll work out pretty good. It works out nice. Here's ZZ Top. And you can get a shot of the crowd. Again, these are in the early days when, right now in the last few years, we've been averaging about 2,500 people at a concert instead of a sold-out crowd of 5,000 plus. So Stevie Nicks, Hart was here. So again, as we move down the hall, we also do wrestling. We do cage fighting, wrestling. This is the Sundogs locker room. We never step on the S, it's bad luck. So just to point that out. And you can see we're getting ready for tonight's game. Again, last night we were here till, we finished at about 4 this morning from doing the changeover from, about 800 people here last night. We had AC Green here. He was the speaker last night, so it really worked out pretty well. And you can see their jerseys because tonight we're honoring, the hotshots that died in the fire. So all their jerseys are like that, and we will have an auction after the game tonight. But the players had just practiced, so it's open right now, but it gives you a feeling of what it is. Later I'm going to show you the other team's locker rooms because they're not as nice as this. They're kind of like a high school locker room. And, but anyway, it's very nice locker rooms. Players like to be here. The noise that you hear is our ice plant. Under the floor there's 7.5 miles of pipe. So once we put the ice in, which takes about 3-4 days to put the ice in before hockey, we start getting the floor cold. Under the floor it's 11 degrees. On top of the floor it's 16 degrees. So we have to keep the building about 65 degrees. Actually, when the ice is in, our electric bill is about $700 a day higher just to have ice in here. That's one of the costs. This is an ammonia centered facility. Actually, right now I have to do one of the motors. So, you know, that's like $8,000. We have backups for everything we do because if I lose the ice, we don't play hockey. I'll give you a quick tour. You won't be able to hear me in here, but I'm going to walk you around the facility. This would be my temperature above the floor, which is 15 degrees, right on. This is my temperature, how I control below the floor. We like to keep it under 10 degrees. Right now it's about 8. So if I cruise through here, I know everything's appropriate. I give tours of the building. Sometimes when people ask, you know, to see what goes on, they always love this room because it's quite interesting on how the ice works. It's a glyco system with ammonia. I'm taking you into the other team's locker rooms. We have 4 of these. So when we do like a high school tournament here and we have 4 teams, we can handle 4 other teams at a time to do different competitions. This also, I'm going to show you one of our green rooms. Like we had Miranda Lambert here, we have Willie Nelson here. We have rooms where they go to prepare. But come on in and I'll show you their locker room. Tonight we're playing the Mavericks, so this would be their locker room. Again, not quite like ours, but they're very nice. And our guys have a good time putting pictures of themselves in here to tease the other team. We'll put a Sundog picture in there or something. We have a good time. The other teams use this hallway. This is where they prepare their skates. We have a separate room where we do skate sharpening, fix hockey sticks and things like that. So this is where their equipment person takes care of everything for them in this hallway. I'm leading up to, right now, there's 2 more locker rooms right here. This we would use at other times. The referees actually use that end room. The refs would be here. This is where we house, this is the referee shower in here for hockey time. Otherwise we would use these rooms, you know, for one of the wrestling teams, a basketball team, whatever. And the refs come in this area. We have televisions in here so they can see what's going on. That way they can follow from our video people outside to see what's happening. This is our sound room, and in the sound room is where, you know, we set up the cameras. We have 2 cameras that we use, one on the far corner over there and another one right below us. We have a few offices here. Actually, the food service person works out of this area. He's getting jerseys ready right now to hang up in one of our, we just kind of modified a bar upstairs, and we're going to actually name it the Jerseys, and Jim from Gabby's is going to do that. Telecommunication room. Over here are more offices. These are offices for the custodial staff, and the Sundogs use this office just to, when they come over here to prepare for the game. In the back you can see we have more storage in this area for all kind of things. We hide under the bleachers. We have chairs that go here, and hockey things go underneath this area. It's in the future, if a person were to build a building, I'd build a lot more storage area. This is pretty small for storage, but we cram everything in. Let's walk out in to show you where some of our food service things are, and then we'll move to the upstairs area. I have first aid right here. We have a first aid room. And in case a fan were to get hurt, a hockey player, we have ambulances and emergency staff on site. So that we also have a restroom in here. The paramedics use this area. This is the 8th year for the hockey team starting their season. And I've been here since the first day when we started doing hockey as a, as a patron, as a customer, season ticket holder. So it's been fun to watch the hockey team and the progress of the building because I've been here for a lot of the events. Actually, I was here at Clint Black when he was here in 2006. I was here some of the early days. Of course, I've been through the days when we used to pack this place, which it will be packed tonight with hockey fans. But the last few years, we've gone down to like 2,200 people at a game instead of 4,000 people a game just because of what's going on. But anyway, as we walk down the hall, I'll show you where we do some of the food service. And then we have sold a lot of these pillars, we call them. We sell those for advertising. Everything that you see as you look up here, there will be signs and it tells people where to go. We sell all that. So that's how we can pick up some money to generate where we are. This is Burgers and Brew. This is whatever we do, this one is always open. So if we don't have a lot of people in here, we open Burgers and Brew. And this is where we sell our hamburgers and our hot dogs and things like that. And in the last year and this year, we've lowered our prices to where in this facility, if you go to the movie theater or you go to a Coyotes game or something, you're going to pay $8, $9 for a beer. Cheap beer would probably be $6. Our beer's $4. And our sodas, right now, if season ticket holders are $1.50, but I have the prices up there. Right here for $8, you can get French fries, a hamburger, and a large soda. So we're trying to make this affordable for everybody to come so that if you can buy an affordable ticket, you also don't spend another $100 to come to the game. So we're making it for our concerts instead of, $12 drinks, you can come here and have something reasonable to bring your family to, mostly with hockey. We're preparing tonight for an event, and different people rent space in all these corridors, and they set up at all the different tables. We actually rent spots for like $250, so all these tables are for rent and different companies come in. This is funnel cakes, corn dogs, kettle corn, shaved ice. All these different concessions are folks in the community that have, that are community people, and they have these, and they go through our concessionaire, which is called Gabby's, which that person also has 2 restaurants in town, but he does all our food service. So he manages this, they pay him a certain amount of money, and I get a percentage from him. As we're walking down the hall, you saw some of the spaces where we rent things. Here's an example. We're raffling this off. It will be raffled off in December, but we start selling tickets now at all the games, and people are excited about. We raffle off from bicycles to quads to trips to all kind of things that we have at different times. So this is just one example of what we might be raffling. I'm standing in front of the team store right now. We're getting organized for tonight. Again, last night at the event that we had, I had different tables all in this area. So I still have a couple hours to get ready for tonight, and we'll get the team store, but you can go in there and buy a t-shirt, buy a tie, buy a hockey puck, to get your memorabilia for the game. Lots of fans pass through here and, get stuff for the Sundogs. We're right now in a party suite looking down on the ice, and actually on the end that we are, it's the end that our team defends this in twice. So, so we can make some goals. But anyway, the arena is set up so nice, there's not a bad seat in the place. When you go to bigger arenas, sometimes you're so far back. To be here in a suite area and only be a few feet from the ice, it's amazing, the sounds, and sometimes you have to hide little kids' ears from some of the players and things. This is a party suite that holds 32 seats. And again, we have some advertising in here. People in town rent this for like Christmas parties, birthday parties. Let's just say one of the larger companies in town would want to, have a party for somebody. They would rent this from us. Directly behind me, you'll see the sound booth under the Tim's Toyota sign. People are getting suites ready. Up on top is where the other team will do their radio announcing. So this gives you a view of the building without really anything in it. So it's kind of nice seeing the ice before we get started. And you can see a slight purple hint. We made it purplish today for the ice in honor of the fallen firefighters. So we'll scrape all that off tonight. We'll be doing a couple more layers on that, and that will return back to white. But it gives you an idea what we hold about 4,000. There's 5,000 people can fit in here if you have every seat full with the suites. All these chairs behind me in the lows. Right in this area right here, it holds about 4,100 people. So gives you an idea. The ice rink is approximately 195 by 90. Again, the building's about 135,000 square feet. And what you'll see is we have 23 suites, and we have approximately, right now, there's only 15 or 16 of those rented for the whole season. In the early years, they were all sold. But right now there's about 15 of them sold. Things have been picking back up. I've sold 2 in the last 2 months to new people. As right now we're having more home starts in town. Things just, I was at a meeting the other day with the city, and they're projecting 400 new home starts, where last year it was 13. So things are looking, pretty good for us. This is our conference room. We have meetings in here. Our team meets in here. Sometimes vendors that advertise with us, if they don't have a large enough space, they will come here and use this area or down in our bar area to run trainings and things like that. When you enter the building or leave the building in the front near the box office, you'll notice all the stores in the whole main district area right out to your left and your right. First thing you'll notice is the ample parking. There's 2 parking lots, and we can accommodate over 5,000 people in these 2 parking lots. You'll see the Hampton, you'll see Buffalo Wild Wings, Garcia's, the Harkins Theater, and then you move by a couple banks. We have Wells Fargo, Chase. We have the Fry's store, and in the Fry's area over there, there's the Streets of New York and many other small stores. To the right of them, we have the Kohl's area. It also has some small shops in its district. And then just to the right of that area, to the north, is our brand new Walmart store. We're just within walking distance of the stores and the restaurants. It's just a great location to park in the main area and walk here in like 2 minutes, walking distance to any of the facilities in the area.